Congratulations. Well, tonight we're honored to be presenting two outstanding Oklahomans for posthumous induction. The first is Chickasha's own Ada Lois Sipuel Fisher. Please watch the video.
Born in Chickasha, Ada Lois Sipuel Fisher graduated from Lincoln High School, where she also played in the band, and Langston University. Fisher dreamed of being a lawyer. However, Langston did not have a law school, and in 1940s Oklahoma, state statutes prohibited blacks from attending white state universities. At the urging of the NAACP, Fisher applied to seek admission to the University of Oklahoma's law school on January 14, 1946, to challenge Oklahoma's segregation laws. President George Lynn Cross advised her there was no academic reason to reject her application, but laws made it a misdemeanor to instruct or attend classes comprised of mixed races. Represented by Amos T. Hall and Thurgood Marshall, Fisher filed suit in Cleveland County District Court. After losing the case and the Oklahoma Supreme Court sustaining the ruling of the lower court, Fisher appealed to the United States Supreme Court. The nation's highest tribunal ruled that Oklahoma must provide her with the same opportunities for securing a legal education as it provided other citizens. Rather than admit Fisher, the legislature created a separate law school. Created in 5 days, the school was set up in the state capitol's Senate rooms. Fisher refused to attend and filed a motion in the county court contending that the new school did not provide equal advantages for a legal education. The court ruled against her, and the state Supreme Court upheld the finding. After learning of Fisher's intent to appeal to the United States Supreme Court, she was admitted to the OU College of Law on June 18, 1949. Although admitted, she sat in the back of the classroom behind a wooden railing with a sign designated colored. Fisher graduated from the College of Law in 1952. She practiced law in Chickasha before joining the faculty at Langston University in 1957. She retired 30 years later as Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs. During this time, she also earned a master's degree in history from OU, received an honorary doctorate of humane letters from the university, and was appointed a regent. Fisher passed away on October 18, 1995. In her honor, the University of Oklahoma dedicated the Ada Lois Sipuel Fisher Garden on the Norman campus. A portion of the plaque inscription in the garden speaks to how the stone that the builders once rejected becomes the cornerstone. A perfect tribute to the legacy built by Dr. Ada Lois Sipuel Fisher.
Accepting the honor on behalf of the Fisher family, please welcome the son of Ada Lois Sipuel Fisher, Bruce Fisher.
Thank you. If you grew up in the Fisher house, you were going to learn about history. My sister Charlene and I grew up listening to my mother and father describing the courage and genius of civil rights giants like editor of the Black Dispatch, Roscoe Dunjee, attorney Thurgood Marshall, and Amos T. Hall. They were spoken about so much that I expected sometimes she could bring them home to dinner. I want to express my sincere appreciation to the distinguished members of the staff and the Oklahoma Historical staff of the Oklahoma Hall of Fame. I've worked 20 years at the Historical Society, so hard to break. Fame who considered the induction of Ada Lois Sipuel Fisher, my mother, as unfinished business. Our endorsement Now, your endorsement and validation of her importance to the civil rights movement has now been cleared the way. I think they ought to do a movie about it now. I think there ought to be more books about it. But, and lastly, people would always ask her, why did you do it? Weren't you afraid? And she would always start her talks the way I'm going to end this one. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. All I saw was one leading through the underbrush, and then I took the other. Each that morning equally lay in fields no feet had trodden black. Oh, I think I'll save one for another day. But as Whaley's on the way, I knew I'd never be coming back. I should tell this story with a sigh. Ages and ages whence. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and I took the one least satisfied. Thank you.
That right there might be the single reason I'm glad I came home, was to get to see that.